Hello everyone, my name is Lovett. Welcome to my channel. Today's tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you on how to put, on how to add breast padding to your top, to your gown, to your blouse, anything. I'm just going to be teaching you how to add breast padding to your top. So I'm going to be making an off-shoulder top here. So let's start. The first thing I'm going to be needing is to take out the measurements I'll be using. The measurement I'll be needing for this top is my half length measurement. I'm going to be needing my bust measurement. I'm going to be needing my nipple to nipple measurement, and I'm going to be needing my up bust point and under bust measurement. I mean up bust, that would be above my bust, and the nipple from the nipple measurement is from my shoulder to my nipple. Then the last thing is from my under bust, which is from my shoulder to my under bust. So that's the measurement I will be needing. So I have folded my fabric into two. I'm using Ankara fabric. So I folded it into two already. So for shoulder, I will have to remove like 4 inches from the top. So I have removed my 4 inches already. And the half length measurement I'm going to be using is 18 inches. So this is 18 inches. I'm going to chalk it out. But I'm going to add 1 inch as a sewing allowance. I'll be using half inch to join this upper part to the lower part, and the remaining half inch I'm going to be using it to pipe the neck of my top. I'm going to be using half inch to pipe it with lining. So that is the reason why I added 1 inch. Normally the half length measurement I'm using is 18 inches, so I added 1 inch to it as a sewing allowance. So that is it. So after that, I'm going to the next thing I'm going to be doing is to measure out my nipple to nipple measurements, the bust to bust, I mean from one nipple to the other nipple. So the measurement I'm going to be using is 6 inches. That is, the space between one nipple to the other is 6 inches. So dividing 6 into 2, that will give us 3 inches. So I'm going to be chalking 3 inches right from my half length to the top. So now you can see I have added 3 inches right from my half length to the upper part of my top. So, and I've ruled it down. So the next thing to do now is to, don't forget, I remove 4 inches from this place. So the next thing now is to put in my up bust measurements, bust point measurement, and on the bust measurement. The up bust measurement I will be using is 6 inches. The bust point measurement is 11 inches, and the under bust measurement is 14 inches. So my up bust, that is just my from my shoulder to above my bust, I have 6 inches. From my shoulder to my nipple, 11 inches, and from my shoulder to my under bust, 14 inches. So the next thing to do now is to join it together. I'm going to start from the top with a thin line, not too thick. Then I'll bring it out a little You can see right from this 6 inches, I started with a thin line. Then I stop right at the middle, that is my nipple. So then I'm going to join it from the under bust as well to my nipple as well. So you can see the curve I have. You can see the curve I have here. So the next thing to do now is to cut it out. So after cutting it out, this is what I have. So the next thing to do is to pick this one that I cut out. I'm going to place it like this. I'm going to place it like this. And the main reason why I'm doing this is that, this is going to be the center of my blouse, the middle. So, and this place is going to be the side. So I have the shape in the middle already, and I also want that shape, that same shape, to be at the side. So I'm going to place it like so, and I'm going to cut it out. I'm going to cut the shape out here as well. Do you understand? After cutting it from here, I place it like this, just at the edge of the bust point like this. So I'm going to cut out this shape as well. So I've cut it out, and here is what I have. This is what I cut out, and here it is. You can see I have the same shape here and here. You can see it is very, very simple. So the next thing to do now is to place it above each other a little, just a little. I'm going to explain the reason why I'm placing it on top each other a little, just like half inch. I'm going to place it on top each other like this, with half inch like this. And I'm going to make sure that one side is not going in than the other. You see, one side is not going in than the other. And to be to be sure of that, I'm going to measure out what I have here. Here I have 2.75, and here I have 2.75. So they are the same. So after, the main reason why I place it on top of each other, I'm going to be joining the two together. When I will, after, when I want to sew it, I'm going to join it. I'm going to join it together. So the allowance that I will be needing to joining it together is what I have placed on each other like this. Did you understand? The allowance I'll be needing to join this side to the center front, I have placed it on top of each other like this. I won't be needing to add I won't be needing to add any excess allowance here again. So after doing this, the next thing to do is to put in my normal measurements that I will be needing. So removing my 4 here, I'm going to measure out the uh, under bust measurement, which is 14 inches. Chalk out 14 inches like this. Then I'll be needing armhole measurements. I'm using 9 inches. For my armhole, I'm using 9 inches. So here it is. So the next thing is to input the bust measurement, and the bust measurement I'm using is 36 inches. So 36 inches, I'll divide it by 4, which is 9 inches. 9 inches, and I'll add 2 inches for sewing allowance, which is 11 inches. 11 inches here. Then my under bust, I'm using 34 inches. 34 divided by 4, we have 8 plus 2 inches, I have 10 and half. So the waist measurement I'll be using is 35 inches. 35 inches. 35 inches divided by 4, that is 8.5, 8.75 plus 2 inches. I'm going to be adding 10.75. Then I'm going to join the line together like this. So after joining the line together, for my neck, I'm going to be using 5 inches because it is off shoulder and I don't want it to be too off or to be too to come up a lot. I don't want it to come up a lot, and I don't want it to be too off. So I'm using 5 inches. If you want it to be too off, you can use 5.5. You can use 6 inches, depending on how you want it. So from here, I want the I want I want it to have sweetheart neck. So for my 4 inches, I'm going to go down by uh, 2.5 inches. I'm going down by 2.5 inches. So for my sweetheart, I'm just going to rule out the shape like this. So the next thing is that I'm going to be joining from my armhole to my neckline, to my 5 inches here. I'm going to be joining it to my armhole. So that is it. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is to cut it out. So after cutting it out, this is what I have. You can see it's so neat, simple, and beautiful. So after cutting it out like this, the next thing I'm going to be doing is to cut out my line, to use this and this, to use the thread to cut out my lining. I'm going to be placing it on my lining. Place this on the lining, place this on the lining, and I'm going to have 3 pieces just like this as well. So after doing that, the next thing I'll be doing is to iron my uh, padding at the wrong side. I'm going to be ironing my padding at the wrong side. I'm going to be ironing my padding at the wrong side. My padding, I'm going to be ironing it at the wrong side. I will do that and show you. So I have ironed it on it, so you can see I have ironed my padding, my breast padding on it. You can see how neat it looks. I decided to make it full here and to make it up on the side because it's my choice anyway. If you want, you can make it cover all this place. It's not necessary you add it to the down part. It's not necessary. So just make sure it covers the whole bust part, from the whole bust to your nipple and then to your underbust. Then you can stop just at the underbust, just at the underbust. I decided to have half here, to add half here. If you want, you can make it full, but I want it to be half like this, and I want my front, the center front, to be full like this. So the next thing I'll be doing is that I'm going to be taking it to the machine. I'm going to be taking the three to the machine, and I'm going to be joining it together. I'm going to be placing the first one, this. I'm going to be placing it on the front like this. So I make sure the front, the tip is touching each other like this. Make sure it's touching each other like this, and I'll make sure it's firm. You can see it is firm and it is rhyme. So I'm going to be sewing it down right from the top with the half inch I left, I placed on each other the other time. I'm going to be sewing half inch, sewing it from the top down. I'm going to be sewing it from the top, and I'm going to be sewing it down, and I'll be doing the same thing for the other side. I'm going to be placing it on each other and make sure the tip is touching each other like this. So I'm going to be sewing with half inch from the top to this place, down this place. I'm going to make sure they're touching each other with half inch. So I'm going to do that, and I'll come back and show you. I'm going to be doing this for the main fabric, and I'm going to be doing the same thing for the lining as well, and I'm going to show you. So I have joined the three pieces together, and here is what I have. Look how beautiful it looks. It is so firm and easy to make, and it's so beautiful. So you can see, so simple, easy, and it's beautiful. You can see the outcome. It looks so neat and so simple. So I'm going to join the lining too like this, and I'm going to place the lining on the fabric. Then I'm going to join the neckline, both the lining and the fabric. I'm going to join the neckline and the side, and that is the end. That is the end. So beautiful, so simple, and so neat. So thank you all for joining me into this tutorial. I'll be looking forward to see you in my next tutorial. Thank you so much. And if this video has been helpful, please, I want you to give me a thumbs up and to subscribe to my channel so as to know anytime I drop a new video. Thank you so much. God bless you.